gentlemen. Welcome back to Chill Prison Podcast. You're visiting us for episode 20. And to start things off,
We're not on episode 20. We're on episode 19 or 18.
whatever this ends up being, Jake, go ahead and correct it.
I have no idea.
Adam Driver implies the existence of Adam Passenger. That is all. So for today's brew review, we're going to start it off with a tried and true favorite, or at least of mine, an ID.
Interesting.
That's not an ID.
That's a Diet Coke.
Put some respect on that. That's Coke Zero.
Ah, sorry. Cock Zero. Berliner style
There we go.
Weisse Ale with cherries.
Yeah, we've had this one before. It's pretty
Coop Ale Works.
freaking tasty. So, since we've had this one before, I'm going to go ahead and jump into one of the topics I wanted to touch upon. I wanted to revisit our For Science subject. Topic. We last time we had spoken, we'd used the Arm & Hammer shoe spray, right?
Yeah, I left them in the living room.
Well,
Of
how's
the
it going so
studio.
far? Have you been pretty disciplined in using
I've been
it?
about halfway disciplined. There's been a couple days where I forgot, but I've been doing pretty good.
Okay. All right. So we'll let that one cook for another week, and we'll check on it.
Yeah.
You think 2 weeks is going to be enough to kill the funk?
No.
It didn't smell nearly as bad as your boots looked.
Or feel. Because
Oh.
they're so uncomfortable. I'm pretty sure I have bone on bone in my knee just from my boots.
I don't think it's that bad.
It hurts pretty bad right now. Like, I'm literally sitting with my legs as spread and as stretched as they can right now. Because I can't, if I bend my knee, I want to cry. Like, sitting down at work. That's why I sit on the floor. in
You
the
have a
office.
chair.
Yeah, that's why I sit on the floor in the office, because I can have my leg kind of stretched out because it hurts so bad. Like, when you're walking around the mall for too long, that aching feeling you get in your legs,
Yeah.
it's like that, but just localized to 3 inches above my kneecap to 3 inches below my kneecap. Just fire and ache.
I think I know exactly the same feeling you're talking about.
It hurts so bad.
My boots had been doing something similar to me. So, except all localized to my foot.
Oh, that's planners.
Maybe. I'm not a physician. I'm not going to claim to know what it is. I haven't looked into it myself because I'm lazy. But I do know that the shape of my foot before I got a size 12 boot is different than after.
What size was the before? 11?
13s.
Oh, so your foot shrunk?
No, I'm like foot binding myself accidentally,
Ooh.
unintentionally. I had received boots as a gift, and they were beautiful, and I wasn't gonna not wear them, and I couldn't return them, so I just kind of shoved them in there and didn't think much about it. Took them on like 2 or 3 motorcycle riding trips over like I think they were like hour and 15 minutes, so I guess it's gonna be 6 of those. 6 of those trips to kind of break them in because I didn't actually have to put much weight on my feet.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, I could wear these. So they started off as like just, I'm only going to wear them when I ride.
Mm-hmm.
And
Now
then they became like everyday boots.
Oh, man.
And I don't know what the designation for toes is because it feels like the thumb toe, the thumb-shaped toe is also what I associate with my index finger.
You mean your big toe?
The big toe, yeah.
That's what it's called. You got your big toe, the toe, and then
But
other
the toe
the
next
other
to
toe,
that
and
one,
the other toe, and then
The
you got
index
pinky
toe feels like the middle toe, but it's not the middle toe.
It is.
It
not
feels
the
like-
middle toe. You're right.
it feels
But
like
it's
the
the
middle
toe that
toe-
you flip people off with.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And your big toe is the toe. Stop thinking of toes by correlating them with your hands. That's so racist to appendages.
It feels like my middle toe and then my ring toe.
Your second to last toe.
They feel like, in my mind, as though they're just one digit.
It's because they are. They can't move independently. What?
Did you just know this? Did you, like, sleeper agent, wake up and then regurgitate that information? Are you a sleeper physician?
No, I'm saying now I'm confused because you gave me a look as if I was incorrect on that fact, and now I'm concerned about my foot.
I think you may be right. I just hadn't dedicated any time into thinking about it.
So toe 2 and 3, starting from your big toe.
Okay, so big toe's number 1, right?
Yeah. Big
Okay.
toe is 1. Then you got 2, 3, and 4. Those are those center 3, right?
Yeah.
And then you got pinky boy. Fun fact, both of my pinky boys grow 2 toenails each.
What?
Yeah, so I got the main toenail, and then just out the side, I yank it out. But just out the very edge of the outside of that toenail grows a separate strip. It's very thin, but strip of toenail that just grows out.
Who told you that was a second toenail?
It is a second toenail. It's the same texture, and it's just smaller. And so, I mean, it grows the same rate. I just yank it out every time it starts to get caught on my sock.
So, like, whatever gland expresses the keratin that turns into a toenail is split or doesn't produce it?
Yeah,
like partway
it's
through.
split. I noticed this one is my right foot is the one I noticed doing it first, and it was almost immediately after I just fucking toe punched a wall with it. But yeah, so yeah, like this is a visual thing, but see how when you tap your fingers, you know the motion you make when you tap your fingers, where you run your fingers like this.
If you were to try to do that with
this
your
sound,
toe.
Yeah, when you do that with your fingers on the table, if you try to do that with your toes, those second 2 from the big toe, they move together.
Well, I'm saying that 3 and 4 move together.
You got broken feet. Do you have
no,
do you have webbed toes?
Not to my knowledge.
Because
No.
I do.
Oh.
It's minor, but they're webbed.
I mean, do I have a webbed thumb? Is that what you're saying?
This is called webbing.
Right. And I'm
But-
saying, like, at what point does it become webbed? Like, at what point do we consider it abnormal enough to give it its own classification?
When it's not in line sequentially with the rest. So if you look, there's supposed to be symmetry to how things run. So your depth of
Toe crease?
toe crease, your toe crotch, the depth of your toe crotch from the toe or from the crotch between your big toe and second toe and your fourth toe and pinky toe, it should run from there to there in a pretty sequential ratio of decrease, right?
Yeah.
So, but if you look, the depth here between my big toe and my second toe is this length. The depth between my second toe and third toe is higher.
Right.
Shouldn't do
Right.
that on a normal foot.
Now we're podiatrists.
Yeah, I'm a doctor.
Dr. Crust.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Well, a couple things. I, like, mentally can't separate toes 3 and 4 because those take up the role of the ring finger in my mind, in my brain.
Yeah.
And also, those 2 toes have kind of folded in the shape of a shoe a little bit.
Kind of like how my second toe is.
Yes,
Yeah.
a little bit.
Dude, I got some. The more I look at my feet, the more like it's a sense of wonder and exploration. Is that weird? Because I never think
It's
about
like
my
the
feet.
ocean.
Yeah,
It's always
And
been
then
around us.
If you
just
listeners, just take a second sometime and just take your shoes off, just take your socks off, and just play with your feet a little bit. There's so much to discover that you've never noticed.
unless you're weird and then you know too much about your feet, then be ashamed.
Yeah. Are you trying to tell me something? Hold on. I'm gonna get both feet out.
Why? What's
now
happening?
Because now we're in this.
You're in this.
All right.
You're too close to the beverages.
All right, so what do we notice now? I'm not noticing.
You got some toe fuzz.
I'm noticing that on my left foot, there's space between my toes more than there is on my right foot.
You may have just had it in a different position for longer.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Look at my fucking pinky toenails. I got my flashlight on me. Don't worry. I don't got my flashlight on me.
You're a naked man.
Hold on. We have technology for this.
Some brand new technology, ladies and gentlemen.
I got a phone.
You got a brand new phone.
Look at how fucking gross that pinky toenail is.
I'm pretty sure mine looks almost the exact same.
Okay, so like
I've seen people with beautiful, gorgeous pinky toes, and I'm like, what the fuck? What happened to me?
When I walk, when I put my feet on a surface, my pinky toes on both sides sit like this.
Oh, that kind of lays on its side.
Yeah.
Like a beached
it's like,
whale.
What the fuck is the point of this shit? Like, the joke is that it's the reason that we haven't evolved out of the pinky toe is because it's so important for your balance. Have you never?
I mean, I've heard that. Yeah,
do
if you
foot
have
research, man.
What?
Wikifeet.org or whatever.
I am scared of developing a fetish. That'd be a problem.
You can't develop a foot fetish. Oh my God, are we getting into this?
What do you? I don't know what I'm trying to avoid right now. I would like to avoid it.
It is
probably.
Can you change the physical makeup of your brain?
Yeah. Like literally picking up guitar or any musical instrument changes
to the point.
And you can also develop pathways and reinforce them. So, yes.
You know how a foot fetish is formed?
I don't know. You
Okay,
got a weird
brain,
boner in the locker room, and you were staring at your feet.
It's not formed from experience. It's formed from the actual physical makeup of your brain, like the physical lobe position.
Guys, we don't know what we're talking about.
No, I do know this. This is a fact I know. So there's a part of your brain that, along with other things, also recognizes sexual arousal. So I'd say it's the sex exists part of your brain. There's another part of your brain, along with other things, that recognizes, along with other things, that your feet exist. And it's the, I have feet part of your brain. When those two parts of your brain, those two parts in a regular human brain are very close. Those two areas in the human brain. People with foot fetishes, those two parts of their brain are physically touching. It's been proven. It's been proven.
I don't know enough to dispute this, but it doesn't seem like something that should exist. I guess there are a lot of things that shouldn't exist that do. So that's not enough of a reason to completely throw that out the window, but that's just weird. I just don't know anything about it.
When a person who loses a limb...
you talking about phantom limb?
Yeah, when a person loses a limb, the brain rewires the area of the brain that is connected to that part of the body and can often make it feel as though the limb is still there. This is an explanation found in... I literally looked up foot fetish brain, and that's the first thing that comes up. Oh, okay. The article goes into depth on how that process can be... is also... yeah, so it's literally a dissociation between sex and feet in your brain. It's not like other fetishes where you can develop it through experience.
So a foot fetish, you're always born with, and I've been shaming them for years.
Yeah, it's a disorder that you can't treat. Those poor, gross people.
I really don't care though. Yeah, as an aside, I don't really care what you
I've
into.
wanted
as
to
long
have
as
a foot fetish so that I didn't find feet so gross.
Yeah. I really don't care what people are sexually attracted to as long as it doesn't impact me or a minor.
As long as it doesn't impact me and it's also not furries or children. Fucking furries.
I know furries.
Like biblically? Like you know them.
I get at one point I slept with one. Didn't realize she was a furry at the time.
That was gonna be a joke, but I guess it's not. Okay.
It took a turn, and then I realized that her roommate also was a furry. I was like,
And then you went, "Oh, she's cheating on me."
no. I wish that there was like an Uno card where you could like reverse and unsleep with
You
someone,
just cha-cha slide back out of there.
but there wasn't. That card didn't exist. I'd be the first purchaser of it had it existed. So I have known them in both ways. Yeah,
I have a race joke, but I'm not gonna say it.
I'm proud of you. I'm so proud.
I already called you boy today.
Okay, so the next topic. It's such a nice, gentle segue. So
Yeah.
subtle.
Yeah, just
So when you go to a
next
friend's
topic.
when you go to a friend's house and they don't have like the traditional hand towel rack, like the small hand towel right next to the sink, and you just turn around and you see like a bath towel, how do you know which spot to use to like dry your hands off?
Very end.
Yeah, I always go to the very end. Like
That's how.
that's
You-
comforting. To
Have
know.
you ever put the very edge of a towel up your butt? Have you
Dusty?
done the Johnny Have you done the Johnny Bravo?
the
thing?
monkey,
Yeah,
the butt floss?
yeah. I mean, I do that every time. Did you come up with this topic after you took a piss in my apartment?
Yeah, but this was like 4 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
By your apartment, we also mean the studio that has a shower
I mean,
for
you've
business
been
purposes
in my apartment.
that has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
Okay. So, I can tell
yes.
you that if you wiped,
I
if
feel like you're
you-
going to sabotage me now. It's like
No.
a sick game of chess.
No, because I don't keep my towels in there. That's what I'm getting at. I can guarantee you that if you dried your hands on any of the shower towels hanging up in my bathroom, you are not touching my butthole.
That is very comforting.
You may be touching my wife's butthole.
No. That's not fair. So how do we need to come up with like a law, a good rule of thumb for when you visit a house. I agree with Edge.
So
Edge of the towel is rarely going to get
if
creased.
there's no hand towels, the rule of thumb is you beat the person who owns the house with a stick with the width no longer or no thicker than your thumb.
Erland, did you already drink your sour?
No, not yet. I'm getting
Like,
to it.
look at the sediment at the bottom. That's unsettling.
It's so good though.
It does taste really good.
Have you been to Coop?
No, but I will.
I took a
I
tour.
guarantee I will.
I took a tour of their brewing facilities. It's real small. I like it. I like it a lot.
Are
And
they on
if you-
council?
if you
Is that
work-
the one on council?
Yeah.
Nice.
If you work there, you are allowed to use the facilities
To make your own beverages?
to experiment.
That is
Yeah,
fantastic.
you get permission because it's a small business, so they like people will go in and experiment, make their own brews.
Dude,
Mm-hmm.
I would be the mad scientist in there, coming up with the weirdest crap and then submitting it to the boss.
Mm-hmm.
You know what's probably messed up? The boss is probably like actually a recovering alcoholic and just can't try any of his delicious drinks. It's like Willy Wonka with diabetes.
I think we should get a partnership with Coop because they're such fucking cool people.
They really are. I think one of my buddies may have gotten a job up there actually a couple of years ago. So there might be something to that.
We should look into that.
We just need to be more brand friendly or
No,
Patreon.
both. But I'm saying like, I don't know. They may like that type of shit.
Maybe. I mean, I would definitely love to showcase one of their beverages, even if I don't care for it.
Prior to COVID, they were planning. I don't know now what it is, but they were planning on building a resort in Bricktown.
That would be so cool.
Mm-hmm.
I would visit that regularly.
I would live there. I just hope they don't have any Jason Aldean concerts down there.
And we're going to jump past that. Ugh.
It's been, what, 4 years?
I just want one episode of this season to not be serious.
I won't. I'm not ready to get into the Las Vegas shooting, so don't worry.
It's hard.
But listeners, look forward to a very in-depth deep dive into the Las Vegas shooting.
Yeah.
And maybe on Patreon we'll release some just conspiracy-centric episodes.
Which I think that's going to be the prime place for it. Because if you really want the hot takes of Russ and Ben on that type of stuff, we'll give it to you. But we got to know you want it.
Not only
we can't
that,
let someone just
not only
stumble
that,
into chaos.
but I've been researching. Okay, so I have 3 jobs. I have 4 fucking jobs. This, which I don't get paid for.
Yeah.
And then I have 2 actual professional jobs. My full-time job and my part-time job. My 4th job is another job I don't get paid for.
Being a loving husband.
No, volunteering myself to just continuously research conspiracy theories. Constantly. So I put in the work, and it's worth your money. Trust me. I know what the fuck's going on. They're putting chemicals in the water. They're turning the freaking frogs gay. I'm just asking questions.
All right, so the butt towel laws. We need to figure this out. We need to figure this out because I want to save our listeners the dangerous
Toilet
unanswered
paper.
questions. Yeah, dry off with their toilet paper.
Okay, so
It's on them at that point.
First-
They're going to have to incur the expense of their irresponsibility.
First.
Adulthood.
when you go into somebody's bathroom, do you lock the door?
Absolutely.
Okay. I lock the door even when I'm the only one home. It is just a force of habit because I lived with my grandmother for 4.5 years.
Russell?
Yeah.
Russell, you jerking in there?
Yeah. So, out of habit, I just lock the door. But your first rule, always lock the door when it's not your house, right?
Yeah.
Because when you're done, if there is no hand towels and there is only bath towels hanging there,
That's
the
a good way
first
to
thing
remind
you should
yourself.
do is check underneath the sink for paper towels.
Dude, I'm too scared to go
The
into
door's
the
locked.
cabinetry.
The door's locked.
Okay. All right.
Okay, first of all, actually,
I don't want to have my opinions changed of the people I associate with.
Okay,
by
here's the
stumbling into
deal.
their
Okay.
dildo collection.
Okay. Step 1, lock the door. Step 2, turn on the exhaust fan.
That's a good move.
That's called politeness, and also it covers your ass because nobody can hear what's going on in there. So then, step 3 is do your biz. Step 4, wash your hands. Step 5, check for the towel situation. So, well,
I feel
probably,
like step 1 should be check for the toilet paper situation.
well, okay. I'm talking about washing your hands. Shut the fuck up.
Our order of operations is a little off.
So,
It's in progress, guys.
So we're just solely toward towels. That's you want to make sure that the door is locked and that the vent is going before you start your business. Otherwise, that could look suspicious if after you finish, prior to washing your hands, you lock the door and turn the fan on. That's what I'm saying. Now you're
Right.
you're smoking weed in there. So you want to lock the door, turn the fan on, do your shit or piss, and then wash your hands. And if there is no hand towels, check under the sink for paper towels.
Okay.
If you find paper towels, if the roll has not been unsealed, meaning it could be unwrapped, but if it's a brand new roll and doesn't have a loose end,
Right.
don't touch it.
What? Is it
Then
like a
they'll
hideaway
know, yeah, then they'll know.
that they were irresponsible, didn't offer you a
Yes.
hand towel?
Yes.
I'm okay with them living with that shame.
Then that's on you, man.
Okay.
But they also know that you went through their cabinets.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what I'm getting at. So
Okay.
if it's not,
What you do is you caress the exterior of the paper towel roll that's still
yeah, you just
together and
you
then dry
just-
off both sides.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just jerk off the intact roll. That's a good move. I'm glad you
yeah.
came up with it.
But how do you dispose of said paper towel if there is one down there that's a loose roll?
Flush it.
That's what I was gonna say. So you either flush it,
Fuck 'em
or
financially.
or
Fuck
if
your plumbing.
if the trash situation, the trash can situation, there is that the trash can is not completely empty. Toss it in the trash can. If it is completely empty, don't touch that shit because they emptied it before you came over. Because nobody empties their trash can until there's company coming. I guarantee it.
That's true.
That's a Russ guarantee.
You know, you could dispose of the paper towel in the top portion of their toilet. In the top tank.
Speaking
Like an
of
upper
top
decker?
tank,
Upper decker? Is that a transition?
Have you ever done the thing where you pour toilet bowl cleaner in the top of the tank?
Mm-mm.
I empty bottles in there. Every time I clean the toilet, I empty the rest of the bottle in the top of the tank. I don't know what it does, but it's nice to see blue water when you flush.
I love blue water. That's first world living.
Yeah. I love a good fucking urinal cake. What would you
What
do?
flavor is your favorite?
Bubblegum. They're all bubblegum. What would you do if you went into somebody's bathroom and they had a urinal cake in their toilet?
I would fire my piss laser into it.
I would never shake hands with them again. Because they picked that fucking urinal cake out of a fucking public bathroom urinal.
Or when you're snooping through their cabinetry, you're going to see other intact tablets of urinal cake.
Hopefully.
So
Always-
your next handshake is contingent upon finding.
Listeners,
the
always
package.
go through people's cabinets prior to washing your hands. Just in general.
Yeah, it's just a
It
good
gives
practice.
you a sense of who you're associating yourself with.
You don't really know, man, until you go through his bathroom cabinetry.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of times you're going to find some weird shit in there. A lot of times you're going to find a bunch of loose cables for stuff that doesn't even belong in the bathroom because he thought it might charge his razor because he lost a charger.
It just isn't going to go well. Because unless it's the perfect storm and you're at the perfect same level of weirdness, it's just never going to end well. Either you find out that they're a total deranged degenerate.
What if
Or-
their outer shower curtain is absorbent? So you got the two layers of shower curtain. You got the plastic layer and then the
The
material layer.
Yeah.
What if it's absorbent? You dry your hands on that shit?
I guess that's
I
an
absolutely
option.
would. What about floor mat?
I just think about the toilet spray when people flush enough times, and you don't like change it out like a bath towel. It's just there.
What about just leaving it drip? Just drip. You wash your hands, fucking shake off what you can, just drip dry the rest of them.
There have been a couple questionable looking towels that have led me to do that. Like if someone used like a mechanic or like a bath towel after they did some mechanicking work, and they have like grease on it that makes it look questionable, I'm not fucking touching the towel.
You know what I like leave in? I laugh sometimes when I walk out of my bathroom and I see my towels and I go, "That looks like a cum stain." It's not. It's a toothpaste stain. It definitely, because I brush my teeth, I spit it out, rinse my mouth, spit that out, and then I wipe my mouth with the nearest towel.
Right.
Yeah, because I'm an invalid. And so there's just white marks on the towels in there.
It's a good save.
Yeah. Well, at least you know it's not old cum. Like you could rest
it'd be
assured that it's either toothpaste or fresh-ish cum because
A
it's not
recent
like
load.
brown.
It's a new load.
Yeah, because cum probably turns brown when it gets old, right?
I don't know. If it either makes it in the bottom of the laundry middle of the laundry pile. Like I haven't kept one of those in so long. It either goes into the toilet or makes it mid laundry.
Who uses a fucking towel or like a rag or something?
An inconsiderate 15-year-old piece of shit.
Buy some fucking condoms, dude.
With what money? 15. I had a job at that time.
Steal
Yeah,
it
but
from your dad's wallet like everyone else does. Couple bucks here, couple bucks there. He's none the wiser.
Daddy wasn't there to change my underwear.
Steal it from a purse.
To take me to the fair.
Daddy.
Daddy wasn't
Daddy
there.
wasn't there to take me to the fair to change my underwear.
Daddy wasn't there.
I'll behave, baby.
No, I didn't have that option. I did load into a couple condoms and toss them, because it's safe. Because you can knot it up and then
Yeah, you'll
it's
never get
literally
your
just
hand
never
pregnant
your
that way.
exactly.
Jill is completely safe.
Always take care of that baby. I feel like we missed a point.
We're
So don't if you're going through the cabinets, just buckle up. Either they're going to be way weirder than you, and it might change the dynamic, or they're going to be uncomfortably normal and make you feel like a weirdo,
Yeah,
which
just
might change the
way
dynamic.
too many cleaning products down there.
Or they're going to be the exact same level of weird as you, and then you're going to be like, why did I even do this? Why did I even open this up? What was I even expecting to find?
They're gonna be the exact same weird as you, and you're gonna go, I need to change something. I'm just
Birds of a feather.
Birds of a feather fuck together.
Furry flashbacks.
Yeah.
So yeah, turns out that there is no safe spot to dry your hands off because
bathroom
you
is
circled
not a
around
safe
it
space.
entirely.
Yeah, there's not. It's not. There's
How is
not.
the bathroom not? This is the
You
one
lie to
place you're allowed to
yourself.
lock yourself away in.
Fucking lock yourself in the bedroom.
In
literally have a
someone else's
fucking-
bedroom?
I have a door chain in my bedroom.
Oh.
I don't know. It's because when we moved here, the door didn't latch. So instead of fixing the door, they just drilled a fucking chain on there. It's
Classy.
like, you guys dumb? Am I playing footsie with you, or is that the table?
That's definitely me.
Okay.
100% me.
I was like, there's something here. I'm trying to get... every time I open and close my knee, it pops.
So you put your foot there. You made contact. You edged over the top of it, and then you started rubbing, and then you started pressing.
Well, yeah.
And I don't know if you were conscious of it for the entire time. It's still happening.
Yeah, now I'm doing it on purpose because I know that it's triggering you.
You were so far away from the mic.
Trigger warning. Footsie.
Yeah, we were talking about foot fetishes. Are you telling me that you have a weird foot and a weird brain too?
No. I have a normal brain. Like I said, I want a foot fetish. However, there is a difference between a foot fetish and appreciating your significant other's feet as an afterthought.
Yeah.
Because you could get in with somebody and then realize that they have monkey feet.
Yeah.
And that's a relationship ender right there. I mean, seriously. If you don't have toes that when your nails are painted, they look like painted and not like you dipped your toes in something because of the shape of your nails, it's over, man. You got to be able to wear an open-toed shoe to a fancy restaurant.
I can get behind that.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and shame all of our
Listeners.
female listeners.
Honestly, if you have gross feet, stop listening.
That's really what we're trying to say. That's the core of this message.
Because I have hobbit feet.
Yes, you do.
I don't shave my feet, but recently socks just pull the hair out of my feet, and I find it to be a blessing. Because, man, my toes used to be fucking fur monkeys.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I do have some fuzzy toes, too.
You got lots of fuzz everywhere.
I shit you not. Like, look at the top of my foot. This is crazy.
Just the top of your ankle?
That, too.
Or are you taking your shoe off?
I'm
Gloving?
de-sock, yeah.
De-gloving your foot?
Yeah, because feet are hands.
Speaking of which, if you take the skin off of your foot,
Foot is de-socking, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Not by official
if
terms.
you peel the skin off of your face, is it a demasking? Do you shave your feet?
Not at all. Not at all. I've gotten compliments on my feet from women.
What the hell?
It stops at that one patch, and then it starts back at the toe.
It's so the fucking toe hairs are fucking nasty.
Yeah, they're gnarly. They got some length. They got some length. That's absolutely.
You say length?
That's exactly what I said.
You mean length?
Length.
Width.
Yeah. No, my feet don't grow hair. My back doesn't grow hair. My chest grows a copious amounts of
The
hair.
back of my shoulders grow some fucking
Some bushes.
nuts. I mean, it's nuts.
You look like
it's not
Samus
bushy.
from Metroid.
It's like you go, oh, your wife's hair is like hanging there, and then they go to pull it, and it's attached to my body. They just really long single hairs
Ooh.
everywhere on my back. It's fucking weird.
You got a chest mullet?
Yeah. No. Yeah. No, I got a chest soul patch. It's right in this crevice right here.
Okay.
Between my tits. I just have like a spot. My little brother has what is this right here?
It's a bicep.
He's got
Oh,
hair.
the tricep is on the back.
Yeah, he's got hair, a patch of hair right here, right underneath his shoulder muscle.
Is it like a birthmark?
No, on both fucking shoulders. He's just got hair growing there.
That's
so
strange.
gross. My older brother got a shot when he was little, and ever since he had that shot when he was little, before he grew hair on his other stuff, ever since he got that shot, he has little porcupine hairs on his upper thigh on one of his legs, like a patch about this big of hairs that grow out like fucking porcupine quills. That and it's in there. Each hair is spaced out about 3 millimeters from each other.
That is so
Yeah,
weird.
it's fucking weird.
Huh.
He
I
also
still believe
has
in
nipple
vaccinations.
stars.
Nipple stars?
Yeah.
Aerial.
And when he swims, they become nipple goatees. He's got nipple hairs that grow out like the rays of a sun.
Right. Yeah.
And then when he swims, they all kind of
they go conical.
down. Yeah, they go down like a fucking goatee. It's hilarious.
That is wonderful.
Shave your tits, dude. Pluck them. Something.
Yeah, at that point.
Have you ever had an areola hair?
Like one inside
Yeah, like a
that
tit tat, or like not a tit tattoo.
tit fuzz?
Yeah, like
No.
a tit hair.
I've had them around it.
I had
But I
one
have
grow
never
out of
had
the
it.
dead center of my tit one time, and I pulled
No
it. Yeah, it's fucking weird.
way.
I pulled it, never came back.
So your body was like, I want to see if I can get away with it. He's like, oh, nope. Okay,
yeah,
my bad.
like every once in a while, I'll just like do an inventory, or I'll
That's
audit
good.
my
you need to
body
take stock
hairs.
of what's going on.
And
That's
so
a good
I'll
move.
I'll do the whole, back of the shoulders check, neck check, sides of the neck, and then
That's
I go
even-
down to the nipples. I get around it, and then I was like, what the fuck is that? And I pulled it, and it was like this fucking long.
Oh, no.
About an inch and a half, I guess.
Yeah.
I pulled it out, and it hurt like the fucking Jeep's Bananas.
So that had some roots.
Was Jeep's Bananas a saying?
It is now.
I'm going to say it.
It's going to be one of our shirts.
It hurt like
Check our merch out.
It hurt like the Jeep's Bananas. And it never came back.
Oh, my goodness.
I don't
That's
know why. It never
scary.
came. I guess I scared it enough to stay in its home.
I don't. I hope I never experience that.
Yeah.
I've gotten lucky enough to where my hair has just grown in convenient places, aside from my beehole. My beehole and my sack.
Yeah, man,
Those
donut
are
hairs are
inconvenient.
terrible.
Yeah. But we have the technology.
I was talking to my wife about this. Speaking of your sack, is there a place on your body that you've never seen?
Yeah.
What?
I think it's like the rear part. No, because I wear mirrors.
And you can see that in pictures.
That's true.
Like somebody will snap a picture of you and will inevitably see. Is there a place? Let me rephrase this. Is there a place in your body that you will never see unless you actively try to see it?
Maybe like the knee pit.
Gooch. Because add inadvertent back pictures. So like if you're walking into somebody's shot, they get the back and you're wearing shorts.
Okay.
So yeah, the
That's
gooch is
fair.
the only thing
They might still see that.
I'm telling you this with a fact. I've never seen my gooch.
Like true see, as in
Just
like
period. I've
line
never
of sight,
Yeah.
or are you saying like reflections? Included?
never seen it reflections included.
You never sent your girl a gooch pic?
Fuck no. I have, and I can tell you right now, I have stood up on the counter
And tried to see your gooch?
and done a thing where I looked, like I bent over and looked between my legs and spread my cheeks to see my beehole, just to check that off the list. But I'd never seen my gooch.
That's impressive. I think a beehole's hard to see. That's its own.
It's hard to look at, that's for sure.
Oh boy.
I've never seen, and I mean, obviously, count your like fucking spleen and appendix out. You know, I'm not talking about inner parts. Back of your ear.
Yeah,
There's
that was
a
the one I was
place-
thinking at
there's a
first, but then I know
place-
I can fold down my ear.
There's a place in your ear, like right here where
Yeah.
my finger's at, where if you go in your ear, nobody cares about this.
Yeah.
Right here where my finger's at in my ear, I don't think I'd ever be able to see
I
without
agree.
like actively looking for it.
Well, I also have one of those cameras that have those. I guess like the colonoscopy cameras, except it's for like mechanic work and whatever the hell I feel like using it
Can
for
I use
because I
it?
paid for it. Absolutely.
It's not for mechanic work. I want to check some stuff.
Okay. You want to see your gooch for the first time?
I want to look
Then send it to
inside
the
my
next level?
ear,
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah,
I want to see
exactly.
inside both nostrils, and
Yes.
I really want to check to see if I got tonsil stones.
Yeah.
And if
Absolutely,
it'll
we
fit
can
in
do
my
that.
pee hole, that is something I want to explore as well.
Well, I may not lend you the attachment for the camera part, but I will lend the body of it. I'll let you sort the rest of that out. But yeah, we can do that, and we can even make that a
For science.
yeah, or
video.
Patreon exclusive
Video.
if you want to see his ear hole.
You want to see my ear hole?
Man, I'm thinking about if I were an evil wizard, what weird curses I would put on people. And I think I've come to one of them in our
I
conversation.
think I've come too.
That's the best feeling. You both-
Objectively, yes.
I would curse someone with a long gooch. Give them more surface area to shave. Could you imagine that? Like, is that more ball sacks? Like, no, that's my gooch. They have to get gooch
I would
reduction
curse
surgery.
somebody with no scrot crease. So
Like,
there's
it's just one smooth ball,
no. So like
or it just continues from
for
their
our
butthole,
female
like,
listeners who
right?
definitely want to hear about the science of a scrot. The scrotum acts like curtains or like blinds on your window. You pull the string and they go up. They all come together as one piece up at the top. That's how the scrotum works. Is the muscles retract or the skin retracts, but that's why they have all these fucking wrinkles, right?
Right. You may
So-
also want to get in that mic. Just
So
need that mic.
There's a phenomenon. There was a craze back in 2015, 2016. People were getting something called scrotox, which was they
Yeah.
were injecting Botox into their scrotum, and it basically made the muscles that make your scrotum retract non-existent. It would just the muscles would
Deactivate the
completely
muscles.
relax, and your scrotum would just droop. And apparently it was cool for sex. I don't know. It slapped against the cheeks better. I don't know. But what I'm saying is the scrotum, the average male scrotum, if snipped off at the base of the penis and the end of the gooch, you could use it to carry groceries. Like it will stretch over a basketball. That's how much can be contained in the scrotum. That's how much volume is in there.
Right.
I'm telling you right now, mine can contain 2 basketballs. You could take my scrotum on vacation and use it as carry-on. In fact, actually, that's not true because I got to check my scrot
At the luggage
at luggage, yeah.
bag check.
Mm-hmm.
It is bag check. Holy crap. So you've never rude with it then?
Rude?
Yeah, like kangaroo pouch. Make a kangaroo pouch. When you're.
Would that be fucking weird? So, like,
Yes.
a body, people have, malformations of their body where like they'll have like a extra hole or like an extra hole where an ear would go, and it's just like another ear crevice right under their ear or whatever,
Yeah.
or like an eye that was developing underneath their eye. What if you just were growing a pee hole at the base of your penis? So now you just have like a
dual shoot?
like a sealed sack that is like a kangaroo pouch just right at the base of your penis. I would definitely store flash drives in there.
Then you get frisked by law enforcement.
Yeah.
For carrying government secrets.
Just put a fucking knife in there. Do you have anything that'll poke me? Yeah, you don't want to get it. You gotta lift up my dick.
All right, the next drink is a Smirnoff. Super sweet. Smirnoff Ice Original. Oregano.
That's so old.
Yeah, I
Bottle
saw
of
the
Smirnoff.
rust like on the side of the bottle. It's upsetting.
Yeah. I have.
I'll still drink it, though.
I have a 4-pack, now a 3-pack of stouts in my fridge right now that I bought about a month ago.
I'm so proud of you.
I will not touch it anymore. I want to throw it away. It might have been thrown away by now. After I had started drinking one of them, I looked at the can and it said Best Buy such and such 2015.
I don't think
They don't go bad, but also gross.
it's just an old beer.
It's a
Fine.
very old beer. That's like in
It's a vintage.
That's like in the fucking
It's
Holes
good.
movie when they find the splooge.
Oh yeah,
And
and
it's
then
just it's fermented peaches.
and onions.
And oh yeah, it's onions. No, it's peaches.
Is it not peaches and also onions?
Maybe, I don't know. I never read the book, so maybe it's better.
I don't know. The movie didn't make that much sense to me, but the book
The
seemed
movie
to
was
make more
fucking
sense.
fantastic. I miss Shia LaBeouf. I wish he didn't beat women
We all wish that.
and didn't have a turd for hair
I think he'd get away with the turd if he just kept it trimmed.
and didn't beat women.
And also, yeah, now there's no excuse for it. But yeah, he was fun to watch. I enjoyed it. Maybe it was just because I was at a simpler time in my life. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy the book a lot more
Never read it.
than the movie.
Never read it.
I also read like another accessory book talking about one of the other convict children.
They wrote more books?
Yeah, at least one more. I
There's
don't know.
a lot
if
of books out there. You ever think about that shit?
a lot of people thought they had something important to say.
There is so many fucking books in the library, and there is nothing to watch on TV.
Yeah, and everyone keeps doing remakes. Like that's all we do anymore on
There's
movies
so
is
much
remakes. Like
I
there
can
are
give
many
you-
other stories out there.
Okay, so I can give you 2 books that will never be adapted to TV, but that should be. Found by Margaret Haddix and Among the Hidden by Haddix. 2 book series that my mom read to me as a child. Well, one of them she read to me as a child, which she definitely should have because it's fucking terrifying books. But that are prime for a Netflix series. Nobody cares. Nobody's thought about that. There are plenty. Where are all the fucking TV shows? I am so bored. I was bored enough to re-download Skyrim the other day.
Dark times.
Yeah, it's all basketball. Man, fuck basketball. Jesus Christ. Stop playing basketball. It's the worst sport. I would honestly rather watch baseball.
Yeah, I'm not going to defend either one of those sports. And soccer doesn't get a pass either.
No, watching soccer is the worst. Playing soccer is fun. Watching soccer is the absolute worst.
Yeah.
Professional soccer players are all bitches,
Like yes, and that was my primary
Even the women.
argument against it.
but not as much.
Yeah, you see them where they cheese or they fake an injury.
Oh my god.
There are compilations of that.
Oh yeah.
If there are compilations of it, that means it's a known ongoing issue.
Mm-hmm.
Stop.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. It's not that hard. I get it. You're tired. You've been running for an hour and your team only got like 1 point. I get it.
Yeah. So, football and
Stop.
basketball did a good thing where they made their goals worth more than 1 point, so that even if they score a little amount of goals,
it seems more, even on paper, it looks like a more interesting game.
Yeah. Soccer's like, well, we only score about 3 goals per game.
Like
Let's
everyone,
make them- yeah,
everyone scores 3
Yeah,
not
period.
not cumulative for both teams.
Yeah. It's usually, I mean, on average, the professional soccer games, it's when they win 2-1,
Right.
right? Or 3-0.
Yeah.
So or they do 1-1 and they do overtime.
Which overtime on soccer sounds like hell.
Yeah.
Because everyone's tired. So then
And also, you don't know how long you've been there because they count the clock. What is it? No, sorry. You know exactly how long you've been there because the fucking scoreboard doesn't give you a chance to forget that this game lasts forever because it counts up instead of down.
Ugh, yeah. It's just
stupid.
It's not welcoming to a new
Fucking
audience.
soccer, man. And yeah, and instead of going, well, we'll make these worth 7 points, like football, they go, oh, this is worth 1. What are you working toward? We got guys in basketball scoring like 5 million points a game, and you motherfuckers can't score 3?
Ugh.
Good Lord.
Yeah, that's rough. That's so rough.
And you know baseball's bad. You know a sport's bad when the most fun game or the most entertaining game to watch in baseball is called a no-hitter.
Oh, this has to already be a joke. There's no way this isn't.
I did just come up with that, but yeah, it can't not be a joke.
Yeah. Have you seen that 50 Cent movie where he's all things fall apart? All things fall apart. Have you seen that?
Is it a football, soccer, baseball?
It's a football game. Movie.
No, I haven't. The only 50 Cent movie I've ever seen is the one that stars Sylvester Stallone, where he goes into prisons to get broken out of prisons.
Is that a football movie?
No, 50 Cent movie.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I checked out because I went into soccer brain. I apologize.
Fuck your brain.
Yeah, it's like that movie though. Soccer is like that movie. That movie, like visually, it looks fine. They do a decent job of making you care about the characters, but it's about a football player who has, on his senior year of college, like he's gonna make it into the pros. His future's like looking up. He's gonna support his whole family. His whole family looks up to him because he has such a gift.
Mm-hmm.
In the whole movie, you're just watching him slowly die of cancer and letting his family down. And that's all that happens. That's what soccer feels like to me.
Yeah.
And I don't want to trivialize cancer because it's serious.
Soccer
But
feels
that's-
like slow ping pong with too many people.
That's exactly what it is.
You know how to make
soccer
that
on
shit
the pitch.
interesting?
Put a stick through the
Four
shoulders
guys
of every
on-
single one of them.
No, 4 guys on the field
And then rotate.
and make the field real, real small.
Wait, put what?
2 goalies, 2 players. And the field is a kindergarten soccer field.
I'd watch the shit out of that.
And it's like,
And also, you get to use hands.
yeah, not on the ball, but on each other.
Yes. I'm glad we're on
You
the
get to
same page.
shoulder check people. And make it in a hockey shape arena where there's walls where you can check them into the wall. Oh, yeah. Just hockey. Hockey with hands.
I
Imagine
would love
playing-
to watch hockey
You know what? I don't love watching hockey because it hurts my eyes.
because there's too much cool
It's-
shit happening.
No, it's too fucking bright.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Make the ice black.
You know how to do that,
And the
right?
puck.
Literally paint the floor underneath the ice black, like any other color.
Yeah.
There's a way to do that.
Yeah.
Why
I don't
haven't
like
we-
hockey because, like, I can't watch hockey because it's so fucking loud in my eyeballs.
Visually.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just don't like sports.
I love sports. I actively like try and watch football.
I don't.
Oh, dude, I was watching sports highlights last night on YouTube.
The only sports I watch is UFC, and I don't even think that counts. As
I
a
see.
sport.
I watch UFC highlights more than I watch the actual fights because the fights fucking suck. The way they produce those fights on TV is horrible. It's so fucking loud.
Yeah.
Do that shit outside. Good God. It's so fucking loud.
I
You have
don't-
the equivalent, like in decibels, you have the equivalent of a full football stadium in a tiny little fucking arena inside,
Yeah.
and you're trying to hear the announcers who are too loud.
And then, like, you can hear the feedback going through the microphone.
Yeah.
They can hear them echoing 8 times.
Yeah.
So you can't even exactly tell who's fighting except when they
Fuck,
finally
man.
put their names in the short colors.
UFC needs to get their shit together. I mean, they're just on a downward spiral. They're not going up at all. That's sarcasm, by the way.
I love UFC. I love it. So you were actively watching football.
I actively watch college football.
Okay.
And I try to watch the pros, but I don't have DirecTV or like an NFL ticket, Sunday ticket or whatever. But like my favorite thing to do is go on YouTube and watch like 1,000 IQ football plays compilation. Because that's what all fucking compilation videos are titled now.
Yeah.
But like it's just trick plays where they're taking advantage of some rule. Because like I can't remember what the rule is, but if the other team kicks off the ball for you to receive it, right? If it lands in the end zone, it's called a touchback, and you gain when it's your ball, and you gain 5 yards or 10 yards or something like that. If it lands out of bounds, let's see. But if it lands at the 1 yard line or something, like
you have to play from there.
You get 20 yards or something like that. It's a weird. I can't remember what the exact rule is, but I know that a touchback you gain yards. But there's also something that you start at the 20-yard line if you keep it out of the end zone. And so you'll see these plays where they're receiving the ball, and you'll have 3 or 4 guys fucking gazelle hop over the end zone line, and check the ball up in the air before they hit the ground to pass it back to the person behind them, and they keep passing it back until they can get it to where it's not going to land in the end zone, and then they catch it and kneel so that they can start from the 20 instead of from the 1. It's insane because it's just so fucking immediately thought, because you don't know how far that ball is going to go when they kick it off. So it's just so coordinated that they go, and then they all just fucking rush to do this gazelle fucking bullshit. It's so cool. Or another thing basketball. I hate basketball, but I saw something yesterday where, so in basketball and soccer, when the ball's out of bounds, say we're on opposite teams. You touched it last. It went out of bounds.
So now it's your ball.
Now it's my ball, but I have to throw it overhead to somebody on the court.
Right.
I can't just walk into. It has to touch another player before I can enter the court. So what a lot of guys do is if the person that's watching you just takes a second to turn around to check their surroundings, so they'll just
throw it
bounce.
off of them?
Yeah, they bounce it off their back and they go and fucking dunk. It's so fucking cool. And then I saw one yesterday where LeBron, the ball's about to go out of bounds behind the net, and he was the last one to touch it. So he races after it, and he gets in front of it and like fucking volleyballs it off of somebody, off of an opposing team member. And from the air, before he gets out of bounds, he fucking swipes it and makes it bounce off of another team member or the opposing team, and then it goes out of bounds, and he fucking just flies into the crowd. But now it's his ball because the other guy touched it first, touched it last. So it's like those type of things is what I watch fucking football for. Like there was an interception in a Packers playoff game the last time that they went to the Super Bowl. That was so amazing. So their linebacker, B.J. Raji, that year, this 9 million pound black guy, receives the ball and nobody's paying attention. And he runs, I think it was like 50 yards into the end zone.
Jesus.
Let me see if I can't remember. The yardage was insane. B.J. Raji. Interception.
I think that those few magic moments can justify like 4 games maybe to me. But an entire season, you're going to get several seasons before you get magic like that, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I mean, you literally have to watch every game to get those things. That's why it's hard for me to
No, I
watch.
don't. I have YouTube.
Yeah. But, okay, it was 18 yards. It looked like a lot because there was literally no one there, though. Like, it was to the point where he was dancing as he was running because there was there was nobody behind him. And I saw that live, and that made me want to watch football. Because before that, I never liked football. I literally was only there because it hadn't been my bedtime yet, and that's what my family was watching. But after I saw that, I was like, I have to watch this fucking shit. Because this guy is not a receiver. He's not a running back.
He has no business doing what he's
a
doing on
fucking
the field.
defensive lineman.
Yeah, the biggest, slowest dude
Yeah.
in the sport.
And he accidentally gets his hands on the other team's ball and just takes it. And he won that touchdown won them that game. That's why they went to the fucking Super Bowl that year.
That is crazy. All right. Well, we got to end it here. We hit time, but we will finish with a Coke Zero and rum.
Oh, boy.
And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't had this before, it's so good. It's Captain Morgan's Silver Spiced Rum. About a shot and a half's worth, something like that. I don't know. That's a healthy amount. And then you just top it off with a can of Coke. Coke Zero.
I usually don't drink liquor unless it has a cork in it because I'm not a plebe.
Yeah, this one has like a foil. A thin foil cap.
But if I do get a bottle of liquor that has a cork in it, I save that bottle, and I have a collection of cork bottles in my closet.
They're so classy.
That are empty. Except for one. I bought that for a special occasion. And if things line up correctly with a certain podcast network fucking executive officer, we'll be cracking that bottle soon.
Hell yeah.
Can't tell you who. I mean, you know who. I can't tell the listeners who. And even if I did, they probably wouldn't care because they probably don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. But we may be getting him on the show.
Oh, yeah. I'm so fucking stoked. I'm happy for you.
And as a side note, listen to Sans Pants Radio Network's podcasts. That
cool guys with cool casts.
Yeah, that was delicious.
Right? Right? It has no business being this good.
It tastes like fucking vanilla Coke. There's a little bit of a diet aftertaste. That was good. Dangerously good, I should say.
Yeah. Fuck. So we're going to crush these real quick and then talk about...
Crush them?
Huh?
Did I mention that I was hungover this morning?
You may have.
And I haven't eaten yet today?
Oh, God.
It's okay. I'll eat pasta here in a little bit.
Well, good luck with work tomorrow. I hope your boss isn't a douche about it.
Yeah, no, my boss is just fantastic. He's not a slave driver or anything. Hold on, let me text my wife to tell her to start cooking.
The meatloaf! We want it now! All right. Well, later, guys.
I love you.
Bye.